All right, so I'm going to give you a personal tutorial on the ins and outs of the 2006 Lexus GS 300. I'm going to start off with the most basic of things, which is the key fob. Pretty self-explanatory as far as what you need to know. It comes with two. I'll probably put one in the glove box next to the owner's manual, and then here's the one that is intact. It does have a valet key feature on it. You might find important. So obviously you can see what it looks like with and without the valet key. The valet key is obviously used for if you have something in the glove box you don't want the valet to mess with, or you just want to lock your glove box in general. That comes out. That's what it looks like. You'll just put it into the lock on the glove box, and you will be good to go to lock it up. So we'll get to that, more of that in a second. So let's go outside, take a look at the car, and I will walk you through. All right, so there she blows. Again, 2006 Lexus GS 300. It'll say about 135,000 miles on the odometer, but again, I had a factory reset on the engine, so the engine probably doesn't have any more than 50,000 miles tops on it. So it runs like it really runs well. And I've had virtually no issues with this car, and I'm hoping that you guys will have the same luck I've had. The car does have literally brand new tires on it. I got these at Costco probably, I don't know, a couple months ago. So you're good to go on tires. They don't need to be rotated anytime soon, maybe with their next standard oil change or every 10,000 miles, but those are good to go. While we're on the tires, what I want to point out is, and I'll show you where to find it, if you take this in for an oil change and they're going to rotate the tires, there's a lock on here. This guy right here. So it's a special lug, and I'll show you where the lug is that keeps your car from ending up on blocks. So there's a special lock lug on each tire, and there's two of the lug keys, and they're located in the trunk, and I will get to those when we actually get to the trunk. So let's get to the actual car itself. With a key fob, if you actually, obviously it's pretty self-explanatory, and probably a lot like the Toyota: lock, unlock, trunk, and alert. So if you don't want to want to keep the key fob in your pocket, and you just want to get in the car, if you want to lock it or unlock, if you want to unlock it, you stick your hand in here, automatically unlocks it, you're good to go. When you leave, if you want to just lock it, depress the black button, and it locks the car. So, but we want to get in the car. Okay. All right. So probably the most important thing on this is especially when it's hot like this, and you want to get up and running. You want to start the car. So just put your foot on the brake, hit the start button here, and away she goes. Starts right up. Okay. So obviously starting is very straightforward. Shut the door here. Everything's pretty self-explanatory on the instrument panel. There's obviously a lot of hands-free options on here if you want to adjust the stereo. The mode button is more for if you press the mode button, and it just puts you in different, it really just adjusts the radio. So you got that going for you. Here is power seating arrangements if you want to set these things. I know Mom was interested in that. How to set those is it's in the owner's manual. Speaking of the owner's manual, here's obviously it's in the glove box. I have all the service records if you need any of those. It has only been serviced at Lexus, so again they do a great job. A little more expensive, but they do a fantastic job keeping your car up and running. But again, everything at a price. All right, so there's that. I talked about the valet key. So again, if you want to lock the valet key, you just put the key in there, you twist it sideways, and take that, and just hand off the remaining portion to the valet. The other thing is there is a trunk opener also. So you want to, it's depressed right now. You undepress it or you release it, and that way it disengages the trunk feature on the key fob. So again, the valet or whoever else has the keys can't get in the trunk because it's locked and it's inside here. That's what that's all about. But that's your glove box, and that's where all the information you're going to need is right there. All right. One of the more important features lives right here. This is, you want to push that button, and that's where you're going to have your trunk, your gas. You adjust your mirrors. This is where you obviously want to do your odometer, trip. If you want to reset the trip, there it is. You can have the mirrors go. You want to have the mirrors go in and out when you're parked. It's up to you. And this is for the rear. There's a curtain back there in the rear view window that I have not personally ever really used. Just played around with it. And there's some of these buttons. I'm assuming this is parking assist. I don't know if this car has some of the buttons, but I don't know if it has some of the options. But I've never used parking assist. I have not played around with any of these three buttons in the 12 years I've owned it. So again, if you want to know anything about it, that's where it's in the owner's manual. Obviously power seating, and then you've got your the windows up, passenger lock, child safety, and what have you. On the side of the car, you've got for your telescopic. You can adjust power arrangement for adjusting your steering wheel. Everything is right there. It's pretty self-intuitive. And if you want it from a change standpoint, you want Andy to change, just press that. It's right below the other guy, so that's where that lives. And then again, if you want to adjust your seat, your lumbar, raise it up, raise it down, that's where it lives. That's where these things live. Let's see, right here is your